I should write a speech. I said, Dear God, I just want to say thank you. Nothing is possible without you. Your love and will preserves me through it all. I want to also thank my mother, who as of today has retired from her job after 30 years. Working in the medical field as a registered nurse in the psych ward. She worked 3 to 4 jobs just to provide for me and my four siblings as an immigrant in this country. Thank you, Mom. Last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally. So this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also for those who came to this country in search of better opportunity to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to everyone willing to work for it. Thank you for bringing your culture, your music, your stories, and your traditions here. You give America color. I love y'all so much. Thank you.
Yo, it's Big Ant the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on this Grammy conversation once again. And per usual, every time the Grammy Awards go down, it's usually some stuff to come behind it and be, controversial all over the headlines and timelines. It's going to be some things getting said regardless. But one of the main topics after this one has been ICE and immigration. Now, Shaboozey falls into play because he went on stage, as y'all heard right there. It says immigrants built this country right here, literally, which is like, whoa, what do you mean by that? You got to go do some research and get your facts, because what are you really saying? And we not going to do the sugarcoating over here. He got a bunch of backlash, got a bunch of people calling him out. It hit everywhere to the point he had to respond and explain what he was trying to say. First and foremost, I want to express my deep gratitude to everyone who has supported and celebrated my journey as an artist. I also want to acknowledge the conversation surrounding my acceptance speech. To be clear, I know and believe that we, Black people, have also built this country. My words were never intended to dismiss that truth. I am both a Black man and the son of Nigerian immigrants. And in the overwhelming moment of winning my first Grammy, my focus was on the honoring the sacrifices my parents made by coming to this country to give me and my siblings opportunities they never had. At the same time, winning this award on the first day of Black History Month and becoming the first Black man to win Best Country Duo is Black history. It stands on the foundation laid by generations of Black people who fought, sacrificed, and succeeded long before me. This moment belongs to all of us. My entire career has been rooted in lifting people up, honoring where we come from, and expanding what's possible. I am proud to be a part of this legacy, and I intend to continue doing that work for the rest of my life. With love, Shaboozey. And the rain is starting to come down, but we already working. We're going to get the job done regardless. Now, I want to make this an educational conversation right here, because he's saying we now like it's all one thing with Black. But when you was on the stage right there, which you said you wrote that speech when you came out, and it wasn't just something you said in the spur of the moment, you want to give the credit to immigrants with everything going on with ICE, because your parents are immigrants. You are a child of immigrants. Black people in America who've been here, we're not childs of immigrants, bro. We was already here, a lot of us. This is educational. This is why you have to get those facts and go get that information before you say stuff, because of the fact we had people that were already in America that were Black. From the Caribbeans, they were down there, and in where we now call the United States of America, there were Black people. On top of the ones that came through the transatlantic slave trade, that's 500 years plus, with the ones that was already here added before they came over here, before they came and colonized this land. So when have people ever called, and I've been a nigga my whole life, I need that to be clear. Nobody has ever called me an immigrant. We've never been looked at as immigrants, and other immigrants ain't never called us an immigrant, or other kids of immigrants have never called us immigrants. But now, because y'all want to try to pull this gymnastic trick and use word semantics, y'all want to say we immigrants now. Well, let me be clear with y'all, bro. Y'all know y'all don't see us as immigrants. We are an ethnogenesis. We are a whole nother group and cultural people with a different identity, with half a millennium at least of history on this land. We fought in every war here. We helped create this. We built this. People came later on after we had already did work for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So when you come over here and tell us, well, hey man, immigrants built this country, people are gonna be like, well, what do you mean? Because we know y'all ain't looking at when you say immigrants built this country, that's not you accrediting the colonizers from Europe, the Europeans and everything like that, the ones who came over here and basically colonized everything and put people in slavery and created the Declaration of Independence and the history of them being masters and all this other stuff and conquerors. You don't look at them as immigrants. They're not from here. You understand what I'm saying? So when y'all say the immigrants, to me, it don't make no sense because we built this. Our people was working. Our people grinded. Our people suffered. They bled. They died. They put it all on the line and they fought to the point where other people from other countries could come over here after them. It's not like they just, hey, we're going to all start working with immigrants and we're going to start building the country and we're going to say we built this country. No, we was already building. Everything that has went on this economy was going on before people was even coming from other countries over here. It is what it is. And I'm talking about with the slave owners and everything of the sort. We was putting our lives on the lines. Our ancestors was doing that. So when you get on stage and try to like misidentify us or downplay us, people are gonna call it out. And people have voices now. People can get on platforms, get in the comments. People can make YouTube videos because this stuff has to be fact checked. It makes sense for anybody who is an immigrant or who have kids to come to America if it's a better opportunity for you. That's not an issue. You're supposed to rep where you're from. That's not an issue. You're supposed to be proud of your flag, your country, and everything like that. But you can't come over here and downplay us and say, well, hey, immigrants built this country, but now he's responding and he's trying to say we all one. Fam, we not all one because we not immigrants, and nobody has ever called us immigrants. We speak on immigration in this country and other countries as well. We talk about immigration in the language of the law of the land. Now, the definition of immigration is one thing, but the other one is something completely different. And let me be clear with all y'all complaining about ICE and Donald Trump right now. It's hard for me to feel like y'all are being genuine for the simple fact Obama deported way more people. And I'm not a Republican, and I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not a Democrat, and I didn't vote for Obama or Kamala. But Obama deported way more people. But now all of a sudden it makes sense for people to jump out there. Well, Trump doing this, Trump doing that. To my understanding, I think Obama deported more people than all the presidents of the 20th century combined. But now ICE is this, ICE is that, and we don't want to see nobody get killed. I'm a human, bro. I don't want to see nobody get separated from their family. I don't want to see nobody dying. What are we saying right now? But now I'm seeing all this protesting, all this jumping out there. This is stuff that's been going on. But now all of a sudden, they're making it a big thing because of media, because of manipulation, because of gaslighting. We not immigrants, bro. We been here. Why do we have to? I'm going to start wearing the immigrant title in my 30s. But I've been living my whole life, and I ain't never been called an immigrant. What are we talking about now, bro? Let's knock this stuff off. Shaboozey, even in the response, that wasn't it either. You just tried to make it some blanket statement. Your team did a bad job with that as well. Not to mention, you are doing Black American music, as in country music. It created that genre, and the song that you got, Tipsy, your biggest record, is done by another Black American genre of music, rap, hip hop. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Like, what? That's a rap song, bro. Straight up. Shout to J. Quan. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit shows. Stay on your pivot.